This is coming to you from John Wayne's 26 Bar Ranch in Eager, Arizona. John Wayne in Stagecoach.
These hills here full of Apaches. They burnt every ranch building in sight. He had a brush with them last night. Says they're being stirred up by Geronimo.
Geronimo? How do we know he isn't a lion?
No, he's a Cheyenne. They hate Apaches worse than we do.
Clear the wire to Lordsburg. That's Lordsburg now, sir. They seem to have something very urgent to tell you, sir.
Well, what's wrong?
The line went dead, sir.
What do you got there?
Only the first word, sir.
Geronimo.
So long, Buck. Nice trip, Buck. Jim. Oh, so. Got the payroll for the mining company?
Yes, sir, right here in this box.
Good. Give me a lift here, Jim, will you?
Jim, I'll pay you that 2 bits when I come through.
Okay, Buck.
Okay, here now, you kids get away from that wheel. Well, sir, we run into a little snow up there. It weren't bad, though, but you fellas better prepare for a good frost. Passenger out for Toronto. You better get out and stretch your legs. I mean your limbs, ma'am. We're going to change horses here.
Is there a place here where I can have a cup of tea?
Well, yes, ma'am. You can get a cup of coffee at the hotel across the street there.
Thank you, driver.
You look a little...
I'll be all right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Why, Lucy Mallory. Nancy.
How are you, Captain Whitney?
Fine, thanks, Mrs. Mallory.
Why, whatever are you doing in Arizona?
I'm joining Richard in Lordsburg. He's there with his troops.
He's a lot nearer than that, Mrs. Mallory. He's been ordered to drive forth.
Why, that's the next stop of the stagecoach. You'll be with your husband in a few hours. Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Lucy. Sit down, darling. Have a cup of coffee. You must be tired from that long
Who
trip.
is that gentleman?
Hardly a gentleman, Mrs. Mallory.
I should think not. He's a notorious gambler.
Hello, Meek. Heidi, Frank. Well, Marshal, I'm looking for my shotgun guard. Is he here?
How with the posse, Buck, trying to catch the Ringo kid?
Ringo? I thought Ringo was in the pen.
He was.
Busted out? Well, good for him.
My guess the kid's aiming to get even with them plumber boys.
That testimony sent him to the penitentiary.
Well, all I gotta say is that he better stay away from that there Luke Plummer. Why, gosh, Luke's run all of Ringo's friends out of Lordsburg. For the last trip there, I seen him hit a rancher on the head with the barrel of his gun, and, well, he just laid it wide open like a butchered steer.
You seen Luke Plummer in Lordsburg?
Yes, sirree.
You boys take care of the office for a couple of days. I'm going to Lordsburg with Buck. Going to ride shotgun.
Oh, gosh, if I could learn to keep my big mouth shut.
Here's the payroll, Mr. Gatewood.
You know, ever since I opened this bank, I've been trying to tell those people to deposit their payroll 6 months in advance. It's good, sound business.
It's good business for you, Mr. Gatewood.
Sir, there's your receipt, $50,000. And remember this, what's good for the banks is good for the country.
Keeping your trunk because you ain't paid your rent.
Is this the face? That's
wreck 1,000 ships, and burn the towerless top civilian? Farewell. There, Helen.
Doc, can they make me leave town when I don't want to go? Do I have to
Now,
go?
Dallas, don't you go making no fuss.
Do I have to go, doctors, because they say so?
Now, Dallas, I've got my orders. Don't blame these ladies. It ain't them.
It is them. Doc, haven't I any right to live? What have I done?
We're the victims of a foul disease called social prejudice, my child. These dear ladies of the Law and Order League are scouring out the dregs of the town. Come on. They are proud, glorified dregs like me.
You get going, Doc. You're drunk.
Two of the kind. Just two of the kind.
Take my arm, Madame la Comtesse. The tumbril awaits. To the guillotine.
Oh, wait till I get my badge, girls. I'll join you.
If ever you go east, brother, come out to our house for dinner. No one in all Kansas City, Kansas sets a better table than my dear wife, Viola.
Jerry.
Yeah, Doc.
Jerry, I'll admit as one man to another that economically I haven't been of much value to you, but suppose you could put one on credit?
If talk was money, Doc, you'd be the best customer I got.
I'm leaving town, Jerry.
Honest?
Yes, old friend, and I thought you might, out of memory of our many happy...
All right, Doc. Just this one.
Right, Jerry.
Here's a man going on the stagecoach with you. He's an Easterner from Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Kansas, brother.
Your health, Reverend.
I'm not a clergyman. My name is Peacock.
He's a whiskey drummer.
What? Well, how are you, Mr. Haycock?
Peacock.
Oh, tell me, sir, I know, a familiar name and another name. I never forget a face or a friend. Samples? Right.
Got my favorite string there, Flip. Yeah, Buck, they're almost in the Frank. They'll take you right there.
I want $5, Henry.
Certainly, my dear, certainly. Well, what is it to be this time, my dear? A pair of...
I want to pay the butcher. Dinner's at 12 o'clock.
Don't worry, my dear, I'll be there.
I've invited the ladies of the Law and Order League.
All aboard for Dry Forks, Apache Wells, Lee's Ferry, and Lordsburg.
I'll take that, Dallas.
Oh, thanks.
In you go, Dallas, and a pleasant voyage.
Take your baggage, Doc.
Thank you, my friend. Surely, my Kingo. Carry it with honor.
I'll take it, Doctor.
No trouble at all. No trouble at all. I'll carry it on my lap. Here we go, Reverend.
Mrs. Whitney, you're not going to let your friend travel with that creature.
She's right, Lucy. And besides, you're not well enough to travel.
It's only a few hours, Nancy. I'm quite all right.
But you shouldn't travel a step without a doctor.
There is a doctor, dear. The driver told me.
Doctor? Doc Boone?
Why, he couldn't doctor her.
Now, Lucy, darling, you must be very careful. Take good care of yourself. Oh, dear, what's that
Ladies,
now?
folks, right facing forward, please.
There you go.
Pleasant journey, Mrs. Mallory.
Thank you. Goodbye.
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 Like an angel in the jungle.
A very wild jungle.
What are you doing, Hatfield? Talking to yourself?
You wouldn't understand, cowboy. You've never seen an angel, nor a gentlewoman, nor a great lady. I raise, gentlemen.
Captain Tickles asked if you delivered this dispatch in Lordsburg the moment you arrived. The telegraph line has been cut.
Sure.
We're going with you as far as the noon station at Dry Fork. There'll be a troop of cavalry there, and they'll take you on to Apache Wells. From Apache Wells, you'll have another escort of soldiers into Lordsburg. But you must warn your passengers that they travel at their own risk.
At their own risk? Well, what's the trouble, Lieutenant?
Geronimo.
Geronimo? Well, then I ain't.
Will you sit down?
Of course, the Army has no authority over you, gentlemen. If you think it's unsafe to make the trip,
This stage is going to Lordsburg. If you think it ain't safe to ride along with us, I figure we can get there without you, soldier boys.
I have my orders, sir, and I always obey orders.
Oh. Did you all hear what the lieutenant said?
Yes, we heard.
Well, me and Buck are taking this coach through. Passengers are not. Now, whoever wants to get out can get out.
Courage, courage, Reverend. Ladies first.
How about you, Dallas?
What are you trying to do, scare somebody? They got me in here, and I'll let them try to put me out. Worse things than Apaches.
You see, brother, I have a wife and 5 children.
Then you're a man. By all the powers that be, Reverend, you're a man.
All right, folks. Marshal. Make room for one more. I'm offering my protection to this lady. I can shoot fairly straight if there's need for it.
That's been proved too many times, Hatfield. All right, get in. We're late.
Now, trouble you to move over, sir.
Yes, of course.
Close the door.
Oh, Curly, we
Get going, Buck.
Oh, Bessie, Brownie, Bill.
Farewell, ladies.
Sweetheart.
Goodbye.
Come on now, girl.
Outside of town that way.
I just took this job 10 years ago so I could make enough money to marry my Mexican girl, Julieta. I've been working hard at it ever since. Bonnie, get over! Oh!
Marriage?
Certainly. My wife's got more relatives than anyone you ever did see. I bet I'm feeding half the state of Chihuahua. Sweetheart!
That seem funny to you about Gatewood?
Yeah, and then what do I get to eat when I get home in Lordsburg? Nothing but free holy beans, that's all. Nothing but beans, beans, beans. Bessie, Bonnie, Clarky, girl, now get up!
Excuse me, ladies. Close quarters. Warm today.
Your wife made it warm for me, Gatewood. She was chairman of our farewell committee.
Fine looking bunch of soldier boys back there. Always gives me great pride in my country when I see such...
The doctor thinks it's time for a drink.
Anybody know where they're going?
Brother, aren't you aware?
This was brought to you from John Wayne's 26 Bar Ranch in Eager, Arizona. Stay tuned for the next episode of Stagecoach